Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the gymnasium here at Springfield High School. And tonight's Central League basketball game between the visiting Jaguars of Garnet Valley High School and your hometown Cougars of Springfield High School. My name's Don Cadge. I'll be bringing you play-by-play tonight. With me is color commentator Don Mooney. Don, the Jaguars come to the gym with a record of 9-3, 5-2 in the Central. Another tough challenge for Springfield tonight.
It is, and over the last 3 or 4 years, we've had lots of fits with Garnet Valley. We've played good, but we've lost a lot of close games with them. And I think tonight's going to be no different. Garnet Valley's actually off to a good start. And you and I were talking earlier, they have some size, which could create some problems for us tonight. They have two guys that match up evenly with Colin Trude, or a little bit bigger than him. So I would like to see how much Coach McCormick's going to stay small here as the game progresses into the mid to first quarter and end of the second quarter. Whether he starts to go big here to try and match up with Garnet tonight.
In Garnet Valley's most recent game, the Jaguars lost a tough game in overtime to Radnor. Radnor, even though they're a 5A school this year, looked to be right up there with Lower Merion as possibly the best or second best team in the league after that win over Garnet Valley. Springfield, on the other hand, has had kind of like 3 seasons. Springfield started off slow as the football players got their basketball legs under them. Springfield started out 1-4 and then rolled off 3 straight wins, a couple of them by double digits. And then beginning a week ago Saturday, these past 4 games are exactly what you described. Springfield's lost by a point, by 3 points, by 6 points, and by 3 points. And in 3 of those games, the Cougars had a lead very late in the fourth quarter. They just haven't been able to close them out. Even on Saturday, Springfield was ahead of Lower Merion, the top team in the league, at Lower Merion very late in regulation in that game, only to see another close loss in overtime. So it seems like the team's getting better. Garnet will be tough. Should be a really good game.
Yeah, we just got to get over the hump here. We got good senior leadership on this team, guys that have been through a lot of varsity experience. We have to be able to pull out some of these close games at the end. Apparently, we've missed some foul shots at the end, one-on-ones, front ends of one-on-ones, which just kills you. You know what I mean? You got to be able to put those down as the game gets near the end.
There is no doubt about that. So the players are getting final instructions from their coaching staffs, and momentarily we will have the introduction of the starting lineups. So now here's the starting lineup for the Garnet Valley Jaguars. First starter is a senior forward, Logan McKee. Next out, another senior, number 4, Max Kohler. Third senior starter for the Jags, number 21, Ryan Facenda. This is Garnet Valley's impressive young sophomore, number 34, Jack Snyrus. And the final starter is a recent transfer from Salesianum down in Delaware, the starting point guard, number 11, Quinn O'Hara. And now, here is the starting lineup for your hometown Cougars of Springfield High School.
Starting at guard, junior, number 30,
First starter out is a junior guard, number 30, Luke Biancaniello. Next starter, a forward, also a junior at the high school, number 31, Colin Trude.
Starting at forward, senior, number 2, Aiden.
Third out, senior forward, number 2, Aiden Craig. Aiden is a commit to St. Joseph's for lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah.
Next out, senior co-captain, number 10, and leading scorer for Springfield so far this season, Mike O'Donnell. And the final starter, also a co-captain, senior guard, number 5, Michael Hoy. And we now ask all of you at home and over the internet to join us here in the gym to honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And we move ahead in honor of our men and women who have served our beautiful country with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, looking at our lineup tonight, Don, Aiden Craig's going to have to match up here with one of these 6'6", 6'5" front court players for Garnet Valley. And Aiden's very athletic and can jump. The big key for us tonight is we're not going to be able to get in foul trouble tonight. There is no way that we'll be able to match up with their size.
Tonight marks the midpoint of the Central League season. It's hard to believe we're already halfway through basketball season. Seems like just yesterday we were watching the football team compete with Phoenixville and Strathaven in district playoff football action, as well as many of our other sports here in the fall. As the game goes on, we'll talk a little bit about the Central League playoffs this season and what the format's going to be. Both teams are on the floor. So we have free throws being shot. Don, what's this all about?
I have a feeling their book, there's a problem with their book, so maybe this player transfer was not in the book.
Well, it was not on the roster that we were given. However, we don't have the official
what was in the book.
So Springfield gets the first point of the game and possession. There's no center jump in that situation. Good pass at the baseline by Biancaniello. A little bit too far forward for Mike O'Donnell. And that turnover gives the ball to Garnet Valley. So you're right, Don. So far, or at least the beginning of the game, Aiden Craig is going to be on.
So Mike O'Donnell's playing the sophomore, the jumper. And
there
Aiden's got the big guy.
Snyrus is his name, no good. Michael Hoy fights for the rebound. And here comes Springfield up 1-0 on an interesting beginning. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. I just see something new every day, every year.
It's actually a bench technical, 2 shots and the ball.
That's Colin Trude with it to Biancaniello. Luke over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's guarded by Quinn O'Hara, the transfer. Springfield patiently working the ball around. O'Donnell has it. Mike backs it out into the post to Trude. Colin to Hoy in the corner. Michael. Pass is stolen by Snyrus. Lead. Lead pass was down to Logan McKee. Nice play from behind.
It really was. Right. He actually got in front of that player, stole the ball, and he thought he threw it off his leg.
Aaron pass by sophomore Jake Snyrus. Turnover gives the ball to Springfield. In the loss to Radnor, Garnet Valley committed 11 turnovers. That was talked about after the game, so let's see how...
Yeah, a team like Radnor, you just can't do that. Every possession's so valuable.
Mike O'Donnell drives the baseline, gets it to Crate, shots up and no good, but he's fouled. A personal foul is going to be called on Jake Snires. That's the second team foul for Garnet Valley, so that beginning of the game must count as a team foul.
How about that? Yeah.
Aiden Crate, good rotation, nothing but net. We've played 1:40 into the first quarter. Cougars up 2-0. Aiden's second free throw in the air, in the bucket. That's really nice free throws there by Creighton.
He did. I'd like to see him pull up one of those jumpers that look like that.
Max Kohler has it. Gets it to O'Hara. Ball knocked away by Mike O'Donnell. Snires had 26 points earlier this year in a game against Upper Darby. Had 27 against Shanahan. So watch number 34. He can light it up when he gets into rhythm. Pass down low, shot put up around, no good by Logan McKee. A nice feed, but the layup was missed. Here comes Springfield. Crate with it to Trude. Trude guarded by McKee. To the glass. Gets the man in the air. Puts it up and almost finishes it. Good to see Colin go hard to the glass and either get the bucket and or the foul shots. In this case, he's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, I mean, just a little ball fake. The player went up in the air, and then he tried to go up with his shoulder into him, got the foul.
First free throw's good. So the score so far tonight, Don, is free throw shooting for Springfield 4 and Garnet Valley nothing.
Which we like to see because we know we've missed some at the end of the games.
That second one is short. Down with it comes McKee. Passes it over to O'Hara. Quinn back to Snires for the shot. No good. Long rebound comes out to Facenda. Gets it out to Quinn O'Hara. O'Hara backs it out, and the Jags run their offense. That's Facenda with it. McKee took a shuffle. That'll be Springfield ball, side court. Biancaniello with it. Trude to O'Donnell, guarded tightly by Snires. Trude to Mike. O'Donnell. Down the lane goes Mike. Passes it out. Luke Biancaniello backs in. Nothing there. Good defense being played on Luke by Max Kohler. Cougars being patient, which is good. Aiden Crate to Mike O'Donnell. Mike long 3. No good. Colin Trude tried to save it, but the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Garnet Valley ball. That's a little outside of Mike's range there.
I'd rather him see it come off that screen at the very top there and pull up off that screen instead of taking that extra long one.
Quinn O'Hara gets it into Snires. Snires guarded by O'Donnell. Down the lane, up for the layup. Goes Ryan Facenda. That's the first bucket for the Jaguars tonight. Cuts the Springfield lead in half as we approach the halfway mark of the first quarter. Going to have a moving pick called on Springfield. Going to go on Colin Trude. His first, team's first here in the first half. Coaching staff for the Cougars, none too happy with that call. Here comes Garnet Valley with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. It's over to Snires, guarded very tightly by Mike O'Donnell. Nice pass into Logan McKee, and Logan goes up over the Springfield defender for a bucket. That ties the game at 4.
I mean, you can see early on here, Garnet Valley is looking at everything inside is what they're trying to do.
Colin had a lane to the basket there, didn't see it. Passes it out. O'Donnell in the corner. Mike. Now that's Michael Hoy to O'Donnell. There's Colin Trude with the left hand. Goes to the glass, puts it up. A little bit too strong. 3-point shot for the Jags is no good. Trude with the rebound. Good job by Colin. Gets it out to Michael Hoy. Here come the Cougars. Biancaniello with it. Over to Hoy. Swings it around to Aiden Crate. We're going to have a push-off called on Garnet Valley. Foul's called on Ryan Facenda. Biancaniello to bring it in for Springfield. Gets it into the corner to O'Donnell. Goes off from Mike and out of bounds.
So we got clarification on the start of the game. Athletic Director Glenn Mallon just texted me. Garnet Valley was assessed a bench technical for dunking during warm-ups.
Interesting. Had never heard of that one either. See something new every year in high school hoops, Don. Biancaniello with it. Nice steal by Snyrus. Jake Snyrus with good hands steals the ball. Goes up with the shot, no good. Good position by Colin Trude. Good rebounding position by Colin. He gets it down and over to Luke Biancaniello, and here come the Cougars as we approach the 2-minute mark remaining in the rather low-scoring first quarter. Another turnover for Springfield. Patrick Flaherty checks into the game for Springfield.
We just got to be careful. I mean, that's our 5th turnover. We just have to be careful with the ball here.
Ball's into the post. Ryan Facenda with it. 3-point shot put up, around and out. Over the top goes McKee. Nothing called. McKee did not have rebounding position, but somehow he ended up with the ball. Into the post. O'Hara. Knocked away by Aiden Creighton. Stolen. Strong move by Aiden Creighton. Good steal by Aiden. Flaherty with it to Trude. Back to Flaherty for 3. No good. Rebound to Facenda, and here come the Jags. Cougars don't have a field goal in this game yet, Don. All 4 points from the free throw line. There's a 3-pointer up and no good. Put back, no good. And Mike O'Donnell has it for the Cougars. Both teams are cold from the field here in the first quarter. Flaherty to Mike O'Donnell. Mike's going to the glass. Up and around and good. One thing I've noticed about Mike this year is he is driving all the way to the basket a lot more this season.
Once he sees that his shot just isn't comfortable early on in the game, he just puts his head down and getting to the basket.
Another rebound for Colin Trude. Here come the Cougars. We're inside of 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Cougars up by 2. Hoy has it. We'll watch the clock. There's 37 seconds to go in the quarter. Crate brings it out over to O'Donnell. Mike to Flaherty. To Hoy. We're down to 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. To Trude, back out to Flaherty. Pat Flaherty over to Mike Hoy. 10 seconds. Coach and staff wants the ball to move now. There goes Mike O'Donnell to the glass. He gets blocked. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Cougar ball with 2.4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Garnet Valley is putting in 2 new players. Number 1, Drew Van Horn, and number 15, Jack Krautzel, enter the game for the Jags. 2 seconds, wide open shot from Michael Hoy. That's good! Michael Hoy drains a triple as the buzzer sounds, and that gives Springfield their biggest lead in the first quarter at 9-4. That's a good way to end the quarter.
It was, and that was great patience. That was the third option on that inbounds play. They tried to get Mike O'Donnell first and Trude, and they found Mike Hoy just drifting back top of the key, wide open for a big 3. Well, overall, the size didn't hurt us there in the first quarter. Mike O'Donnell did a good job keeping Snares off the boards. And then Colin Trude's doing a good job on the other guys. So as long as Garnet's missing from the outside, just make sure we stay on the glass rebounding.
As this game is going on, the girls team has a really big game out at Garnet Valley. We will get some updates from Glen Mills and keep you posted as this evening's broadcast goes on. In other boys action tonight, Haverford visits Pencrest. Lower Merion is at Marple Newtown. Conestoga will play Radnor. That'll be a good game. Ridley is at Harriton. And Upper Darby, a team that I found pretty impressive. They're visiting Strathaven. Upper Darby is just, I think, going to keep getting better and better. And they had a player on that team that might be the best in the Central League this year.
Yeah, you wonder if Radnor's going to trip up anywhere, and Stoga could be a perfect spot for them to trip up on a game. Big rivals.
The thing about Radnor is they're so disciplined, so well coached. That's traveling called on Logan McKee. So Springfield, enjoying a 5-point lead, has their first possession of the second quarter. Garnet comes out in a 3-2 zone to start this second quarter. What's this about, Don? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, we've not really gotten an outside shot other than Mike Hoy.
Springfield's running a different offensive set, recognizing the zone. Ryan Johnston, number 33, has entered the game for Springfield. Mike O'Donnell tries to shoot up over the zone. It's a back rim. Looked good in the air. Not good though. Good pass to Facenda, out for the three-point shot, and it's good. Just into the game, Jack Krautzel throws in a three-point shot to cut the lead to 2. O'Hara and Snyrus are at the scorer's table, ready to re-enter the game at the next stoppage of play. This is Ryan Johnston with it. Michael Hoy for 3. Back rim again. That's 2 in a row for Springfield from that wing position. And suddenly, Garnet Valley can tie or take the lead with this possession. Ball knocked away, picked up by Mike O'Donnell. Michael's going to the rack. In he goes, and he scores. Mike O'Donnell, after the steal, goes from midcourt in, and Garnet Valley wants a timeout.
Good overplay there. That's good hands by Mike Hoy, and Mike O'Donnell picked it up, and he was not going to be denied. Strong on his right side.
Jake Adams is going to enter this game after this timeout. Let's take a look at the Central League standings right now. At the top is the Raptors of Radnor. They're undefeated at 7-0. In second place, Lower Merion, 5-1. They came within a whisker of being 4-2 on Saturday. Garnet Valley is 5-2. They're in third place. Marple Newtown, on the strength of a couple of recent wins, is in a kind of a soft fourth spot at 3-3. Correction, Upper Darby's in fourth at 4-3. Marple's in fifth at 3-3, and then there's 4 teams at 3-4, one of which is Springfield. So it's going to be a very interesting second half of Central League action to see who qualifies for the postseason tournament. Now we're back to action, down to the baseline. Up and under, shots no good by Quinn O'Hara. Drew Van Horn gets the offensive rebound. There's a foul on Springfield. That personal is going to go on Ryan Johnston. It will not be a shooting foul. And Quinn O'Hara will trigger the inbounds pass for the Jaguars. He gets it into Facenda to Snyrus, goes up and scores on the driving layup. Springfield up by 2. Early in the second quarter. This is Jake Adams with it. Adams to Biancaniello. Luke pulls it out. Adams to O'Donnell. Mike to Luke. Thought about the shot. A little bit too far out. Adams on the wing to Luke. He's going to take the 3. In and out.
That's a good shot, though. They worked it around. They were patient and found Luke on the top. Wide open look.
One of these nights, these shots are all going to go down. Snyrus up, short. Rebound to Colin Trude, and here come the Cougars. Biancaniello with it. Over to Mike O'Donnell. Springfield running a very patient offense tonight so far.
Well, Coach McCormick's kind of loaded up what I'll call the shooters. They've got Adams in there with O'Donnell and Biancaniello. So if they get a spot in the zone and open, they're going to hit it.
That's Biancaniello with it. Over to O'Donnell. Into the pivot. Out to Luke. To the baseline. Pulls it back out. Mike O'Donnell thought about the pass, thought about the shot. Instead passes over to his teammate, Luke Biancaniello, to Jake Adams. Into Ryan Johnston to Trude. He goes up. And he scores. Good play. Ryan Johnston to Colin Trude for the bucket. Cougars back up by 4. With just over 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. So it's Jake Krautzel with it. Backs in. Passes it out to O'Hara. Quinn O'Hara over to Snyrus, pass underneath. That was an interesting shot. He kind of threw it up there, but it counts. Jake Krautzel, a junior at Garnet Valley.
Yeah, he's come off the bench. He's got 5 points for him here in the second quarter.
It's good defense by Ryan Johnston. Not too much more you can do there. Biancaniello to Jake Adams. Jake out to O'Donnell for 3. A little bit too strong. Here comes Garnet Valley on the run in transition. Ball stolen by Jake Adams. Here comes Springfield. Jake to Luke. Pass to Trude. Colin for 3. And down it goes. We have a chance for a 4-point play, Don. Here's another new one.
I guess he pushed as he went through that shot on defense.
Well, this will be fun to say. Colin Trude's going to step to the free throw line, trying to complete, what do they call this, a traditional 4-point play? Or is a 4-point play always non-traditional? What's the deal there?
Always non-traditional.
Colin shot up, a little short. Too bad. 4-point plays are always fun. Cougars up by 5. We have 3 minutes remaining in the first half. 3-point shot wide open. It goes in by Quinn O'Hara. Somebody has to defend that wing. That cuts the lead to 2. Luke Biancaniello has it. We're inside 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Adams to O'Donnell. Over to Luke. To Jake. Adams to O'Donnell. Mike back to Jake. Fakes the shot. Gets it to Luke. Biancaniello into the corner to O'Donnell. Thinks about the shot. Trude in the corner. Cross-court pass to Luke for 3. No good. Here's Snyrus, passes it over to Kohler. Back out, 3-point shot. Rattles in by Quinn O'Hara. That mid-season transfer from Salesianum looks pretty good out there, Don. That was a good pickup by the Jaguars.
Yeah, he didn't get started. Got going here in the second quarter. He's got 2 threes right in a row, really changing the momentum.
So Springfield's 5-point lead is gone, and that is the first lead of the game for Garnet Valley here with just 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Good timeout by Coach McCormick. He doesn't want Garnet to get on a run.
Our next broadcast will be Friday night, Friday the 13th. It'll be a girls' game here at the gym. The Green Raiders of Ridley come to town to take on the Springfield High School girls' team. Then next Tuesday, another boys' game. Big game for both teams. The Pioneers of Conestoga come to Springfield. Well, that's actually next Thursday. That's next Thursday, the 19th, when Stoga comes to town. So we're back to action. Cougars down by a point. Michael Hoy with it. Garnet back to a man-to-man defense. Aiden Craig gets it to Biancaniello. It's stolen. Stolen by O'Hara. Back to Snyrus to the free throw line. Short jumper's no good. Jake Snyrus having a tough time getting going so far tonight. That's good for Cougar fans. Down to 1:15 to go. Springfield down 1. Michael Hoy for 3. No good. Snyrus with the rebound. Jake dribbles it down the floor. Over to Ethan Caperna, who's come into the game. There goes O'Hara again, around and out. Offensive glass work by Max Kohler. Garnet Valley on a run right now, leading by 3 with 50 seconds to go before the midway point in tonight's game. Michael Hoy to Trude, back to Hoy. Biancanello to Trude, down to the baseline, back out to Collin, fakes the shot, brings it out to Biancanello, over to Michael Hoy. 20 seconds to go in the half. Springfield looking for the final shot. We're down to 10 seconds. Luke to Mike. O'Donnell. Long shot. No good. That will be the end of the first half of play. With the score, the visiting Jaguars of Garnet Valley High School 19 and your hometown Cougars of Springfield 16. After jumping out to a 5-point first quarter lead, Garnet Valley came roaring back in that second quarter to outscore Springfield 15-7 to take the current 3-point lead at the half. And
yeah, I mean, they got going from the outside, which they had not in the first quarter. They ended up hitting 3 threes there in the second quarter, just making a huge difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention tonight, we have a presentation from Celebrity Boxing. Let's please welcome CEO and creator of Celebrity Boxing, David Feldman.
Thank you. Real excited to be here. So Celebrity Boxing. Norm Nelson is going to be the first Delaware County person around the world. This is the first Delaware County person, the first coach to receive the belt. So let's welcome the new Celebrity Boxing Honorary champion.
Norm is just a tremendous asset to the athletic program in the Springfield School District.
He may wear that in school tomorrow.
Congratulations to Mr. Nelson.
So since Norm is the new honorary champion, I do have to ask you one thing. Are you going to defend this belt?
Against the right person, sure. Thank you, I appreciate it.
We'll take about a 10-minute break, and we encourage all of you to come back in about 10 minutes for it will be a most exciting second half of Central League High School basketball action here from Springfield High School. Welcome back to the gym here at Springfield High School, where at halftime the visiting Jaguars of Garnet Valley High School have a 3-point lead over your hometown Cougars at 19-16. Springfield jumped out to a 9-4 lead after the first quarter, but on the strength of improved shooting by Garnet Valley in the second quarter, the Jaguars were able to outscore the Cougars 15-7 to take the current 3-point lead. Don, I would say overall so far tonight, neither team is shooting especially well. A lot of the points are from in close layups or second chance putback shots, things like that. There have been a few shots from the outside, but not your normal amount for two teams of this caliber.
No, and I mean, Garnet didn't get going to the second quarter, and Quinn O'Hara had 2 threes in a row, and then Jack Kratzel came off the bench and he hit one. So I don't think any of the teams are shooting well from the outside, but I think Springfield's doing a good job defensively. They really are. They're not letting Garnet run, which is a big key. And then they're pushing the big guys off the ball, so they're not getting easy drives to the basket and layups. But offensively, we can't continue to struggle like this. We'll never be able to get back into the game here. So hopefully we got our offense going here out of halftime.
We mentioned in the first half that we talk a little bit about Central League postseason playoffs. The format this year, as I understand it, is that 6 of the 12 teams in the Central League will qualify for postseason league championship play. The top 2 seeds will get a bye. Then the third seed will play the 6th seed, and the 4th seed will play the 5 seed. And the winners of those 2 games will take on the top 2 in the semifinals, and the winners of those 2 semifinal games will play for the championship. So we have 7 more regular season games after tonight. Lots of basketball to be played in January. And then we have the postseason in Central League play if the Cougars can get into the top 6. Right now they're tied with 3 other teams for that 6th spot. So every game is going to be really important for the Cougars in order to play as much basketball this season as possible.
I like that the Central League changed that format instead of just the top 4 teams, so it's good. More teams involved. I guess the girls are doing the exact same thing on their side.
Colin Trude goes in, gets his own rebound. Colin is working hard in there. That first shot was just a little bit hard off the glass. And then he got his own offensive rebound and put it up with the left hand. He didn't make it, but he got fouled. Good to see Colin down low looking for those close-in shots. Now to the free throw line, Springfield's fine junior Colin Trude. First free throws in the air. Back rim, no good. Second free throw coming for Colin. That one's good. Cuts the Garnet Valley lead to 2, and here come the Jaguars. This is Max Kohler with it, guarded by Michael Hoy. O'Hara. Back out to McKee. McKee was quiet in that first half. We have a travel called. I'm not sure the ref would have called it unless the Springfield bench had helped a little bit down there.
I think they were yelling offensive foul. He put his left arm out, extended his arm as he got into the lane.
Here come the Cougars with a chance to tie or take the lead with the tray. That's Aiden Crate with it. Out to O'Donnell. Swings it around to Biancaniello. To Hoy, bank knocked away by Snyrus. Good steal by Snyrus. Layup's no good. Jake Snyrus misses the layup. Mike O'Donnell, that's his shot. Little short. That's exactly what you want, is that shot from the corner by Mike O'Donnell if you're a Cougar fan. Speaking of corner shots, there's the sophomore from Garnet Valley. He knocks it down. Sometimes, Don, the difference in this sport is making the shots.
Yeah.
Pretty basic stuff.
And that just shows you Snyrus is a scorer. You know what I mean? He misses the layup, an easy finish layup on a fast break, comes back and hits a long 3.
Trude to Hoy. Michael Hoy to the baseline. Backs it out to Colin Trude. Colin to Luke Biancaniello. Not much movement on offense right now for Springfield. Springfield swings it around. O'Donnell has it, guarded by Snyrus. Mike goes to the glass, but they call a travel on Mike O'Donnell. So suddenly Garnet Valley has a 5-point lead and the ball here with 6:05 remaining in the third quarter. Max Kohler and Quinn O'Hara bring it up for the Jags. So O'Hara, 3-point shot for Quinn O'Hara is good. Quinn O'Hara integrating quickly into the Garnet Valley High School basketball team. Played earlier in the year for Salesianum High School down in Delaware, and then transferred to Garnet Valley. Colin Trude, top of the key over to Hoy, to Craig, into Trude. Aiden backs in, over to Biancaniello. Luke backs it out. Strong man-to-man defense being played by Garnet Valley right now. Cougars finding it tough to get any shots off. Shots around and out for O'Donnell. Colin Trude with the offensive rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Logan McKee of the Jags. Biancaniello to bring it in for Springfield. O'Donnell into the paint. Good job by Colin Trude to aggressively go after the ball. He gets it to Hoy. Michael double teamed. Trude to O'Donnell in the corner. Michael drives into the lane. We have another travel called on Springfield.
Turnovers to start the half, just like the beginning of the game. We've turned the ball over a couple times here in the first 3 minutes.
Max Kohler bringing it up. All of a sudden, Garnet Valley in no particular hurry. 8-point lead and the ball. Snyrus has it. Over to Kohler. Back to Krautzel. Into the paint to O'Hara. Back to Krautzel. Drives down the lane. Stops. O'Hara to the baseline. Gets it to Ryan Facenda. Head fake. Gets Mike O'Donnell up in the air. Comes down and he fouls Facenda in the act of shooting. So senior Ryan Facenda will step to the free throw line, shooting 2. First free throw's up and good. Second free throw in the air, also good. That's the first double-digit lead by either team in this game. Garnet Valley's come out of the locker room and outscored Springfield 8-1 so far here in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is not how we wanted to come out of the locker room here.
Michael Hoy has it for the Cougars. Ball stolen by Garnet Valley. Good defense by Garnet. Almost stolen back. Recovered. Ball's into McKee. Shots up and good. And he's fouled. Logan McKee will now go to the line to attempt the three-point play. And with that, Coach McCormick will call a timeout. That's what you call a rough 4 minutes of high school basketball, Don, if you're a Cougar fan.
You know, to go from 3 down to 12 down, it's going to make it that much harder here. We're going to have to really start playing frantic, taking quicker shots than we're normally used to, and we're just struggling. We only look like we have maybe 2 players that are even thinking about scoring. Even Colin Trude, when he gets that ball in the lane, he's got to look to turn and face and see where the guy's on him if he can't take a couple dribbles and get to the basket instead of just kicking it right back out to someone that's not going to end up shooting it.
I will tell you that in the Upper Darby game, early in the fourth quarter, the boys were down 43-30 and then ran off 12 in a row to make it a 1-point game. Eventually lost close, but as we all know in high school basketball, Momentum matters, and let's see if Springfield can find a way here in the final 3:53 of the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter to get some of that needed momentum to get back into this game. We're back to action at the free throw line is Logan McKee to attempt to complete the three-point play. Free throws up. It's good. This is Pat Flaherty with it. Over to Michael Hoy. Hoy to Crate. Aiden to Colin Trude. Trude into the paint. Back out to Hoy. Back to Trude. Colin to Hoy. Michael backs it out. Guarded tightly. Credit to Garnet Valley for their defense in this quarter. That's an air ball by Springfield. Turnover gives the ball to the Jaguars.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it. This is a confidence factor. You know what I mean? You can see in their eyes. And see Flaherty, see if maybe he's a youngster. He can get in there and get a couple shots off. Or Jake Adams, who scored earlier in the year.
Nice play by Flaherty to knock it off of Snyrus. Jake has a couple of words for the referee, and that earns Snyrus a warning. It's like young sophomore Jake Snyrus is a emotional player out there.
He's going to have to learn how to control that when they get into the playoffs
yeah,
here.
He's still mouthing off out there. He better be careful.
He's one of those guys that talks to himself.
Michael Hoy over to Jake Adams to Crate to Flaherty. Flaherty out to Hoy. Colin Trude pretty far away from the basket. Jake Adams throws in a triple. That cuts the lead down to 10. Let's see if that can maybe spark Springfield to finish the third quarter hot. There's Snyrus with a long three-point shot. No good. Jake Snyrus is playing like a frustrated player tonight. Flaherty to Trude. Colin to Hoy. Mike out to Flaherty. Patrick to Trude. Colin goes down to the glass. Puts the shot up a little bit strong. Good offensive rebound by Crate. Gets it to Adams. Back out to Patrick Flaherty. Springfield will run the offense. Aiden. Pass out to Trude. Stolen by Snyrus. Here comes Jake. We're going to have a block called on Springfield. Flaherty tried to establish position there. He probably didn't. Do you agree with that call, Don?
Yeah, he never got there in time. The player was already off his feet going up for the layup.
2 shots for Snyrus. First one rattles in. Ethan Caperna, number 2, enters the game for Garnet Valley, along with a couple other subs. Second free throw for Snyrus. Rattles in. We have 1:46 to go here in the third quarter. Jaguars up by 12. Flaherty to Keegan Kearney, who's come in for Springfield. Flaherty to Adams. Jake. Jake goes to the glass, puts the shot up. Nothing called. Long pass down to Snyrus. Fight for the ball. It's knocked off of the Springfield player. It'll be Garnet Valley ball with 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Quinn O'Hara gets it into Ryan Facenda, backing in. Good defense by Springfield. Give and go came and went. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Springfield ball with 1:15 to go. Let's see if the Cougars can get this lead under 10 by the end of the third quarter, Don.
Yeah, get hit one here, get a stop, maybe get another 2-pointer, 3-pointer.
Kearney with it. To Trude, thought about the 3-point shot. Collin goes to the glass, lays it up softly. There's the nice soft touch that it takes when you get down to the glass. Excellent play by Colin Trude. Cross-court pass to McKee. He goes to the baseline. Out to Snyrus. Snyrus is backing it out. Looks like the Jaguars may be going for the last shot. That's Ethan Caperna with it, guarded by Adams. Over to Snyrus. Jump shot, 2-point shot. It's good. We have 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Flaherty over to Adams, to Hoy. To Kearney for 3. Back rim. Good rebound by Logan McKee. Here come the Jaguars with a chance to extend their lead here at the end of the third quarter. We're at 7 seconds. Snyrus, shot's no good. Player stepped out of bounds. So with 2 seconds to go, the Cougars will have a chance for the last shot. Pass goes into Flaherty. Puts up the shot. Looks like he got fouled. Nothing called. That will be the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, visiting Jaguars of Garnet Valley 34 and your hometown Cougars of Springfield 22. Garnet outscored Springfield 15-6 in that third quarter to extend the 3-point lead to the current advantage of 12.
Yeah, I mean,
scoring numbers.
Garnet did a bunch of everything. They hit a couple threes. They hit foul shots. They got out on a couple fast breaks and finished, where Springfield, Jake Adams hit a huge 3 for us, but really nothing else other than Colin Trude with a bucket and a foul shot. We just got to find some other players that are willing to look for their shot and get to the basket or get a shot off.
Middle 2 quarters, Garnet Valley has outscored the Cougars 30-13. So Springfield has an uphill climb here, down by 12 with 8 minutes remaining in regulation.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be hard to try and turn this into a foul shooting game. You know what I mean? That's not going to help. I think Garnet will step up there and make at least 50% of their free throws.
Once again, our next broadcast on SCTV will be this coming Friday night, January the 13th, when the Green Raiders of Ridley's girls team come to town to take on the girls team from Springfield High School. We have an update from Garnet Valley at halftime. Springfield is ahead of Garnet 21-16. So it was 12-12 early in the second quarter. Springfield put on a 9-4 spurt.
That's a big game for both teams. They don't want to fall. Garnet's already has a loss in the league. Springfield does not. And I know Springfield needs to stay neck and neck with Haverford, because I don't see Haverford losing more than one game here in the league. So you're going to have to stay even with them.
Yeah, on January 24th here at the gym, I believe it's a Thursday night, everybody should either come over to the gym or tune into that game. Haverford, to your point, Don, has an outstanding high school girls basketball team. They're seated in the top 5 in the district. Springfield's in top 10. So that should be one heck of a girls basketball game. As play resumes, Garnet Valley has the ball. That's Ryan Facenda with it, over to Snyrus. He passes it to Max Kohler. Kohler to McKee. Logan drives to the glass, puts up the soft shot. He is fouled by Keegan Kearney of the Cougars. Stepping to the free throw line, 6'6" senior, number 3, Logan McKee for Garnet Valley. First shot is short. Colin Trude re-enters the game for Springfield. Second free throw coming from McKee. Free throws around and in. Pat Flaherty bringing it up for Springfield. Pat's a sophomore at the high school. Passes it over to Jake Adams. Jake's a junior at the high school. Flaherty to Trude. Back to Flaherty. Thought about the shot. To the corner. Michael Hoy for three. It's good. Michael Hoy drains the triple. Cuts the lead to 10.
That's a good extra pass by Pat Flaherty there. He got his man off his ground and left Michael Hoy wide open in the corner.
3-point shot by McKee. No good. Michael Hoy with the rebound. Here come the Cougars. Over to Adams. Jake to the baseline. Drives in. Puts it over to Johnston. Puts it up and in. Ryan Johnston for the bucket. That's 5 in a row for the Cougars to cut the 13-point lead down to 8. Let's see if the momentum can continue here. We still have plenty of time remaining in this game. Almost an errant pass down to the baseline to McKee. Takes a short jump shot. Rounded, no good. Offensive rebound taken down by Drew Van Horn. That's a big offensive rebound for Garnet Valley. Kohler with it to the glass. Beautiful pass to McKee. Looks like a good block by Colin True, but they're going to call him for the foul. Correction, they're going to call Ryan Johnston on the foul. That's his second, team foul number 5 on Springfield. Garnet Valley's only committed 1 foul so far here in the second half. McGee, first shot's around and out. You're right, Don. Springfield's done a really good job on both McKee and Snyrus.
Yeah,
two leading
both
scorers.
Under 10 points. Yeah, they've done a great job.
Second free throw, good shooter's touch, goes in. Leads at 9. Cougar ball with 6:08 remaining in regulation. Pat Flaherty with it. Goes to the baseline. Backs it out. Gets it to Adams. Jake over to Hoy. Mike Hoy. Goes to the baseline. Back to Johnston into the corner to Trude. Collin for 3. Little short. Rebound to Kohler of Garnet Valley. Here come the Jaguars. Good move to the glass by Ryan Facenda. Didn't even use the backboard on that floater. Leads back at 11.
Just when we get there, we miss a shot on our side, and we should got to get a bucket.
Hoy to Trude. Collin. The holding foul on Garnet Valley. Aiden Crate and Mike O'Donnell will re-enter the game for Springfield, as will Luke Biancaniello. Looks like Coach McCormick's going to go to the starting 5 here for the final 5:19 of the game. Springfield has their starting 5 on the floor. Biancaniello to O'Donnell. Ball knocked away by Snyrus. Mike regains possession. Biancaniello drives the baseline into the paint. O'Donnell to Crate, to the glass. He's fouled. Strong move to the glass by Aiden Crate. Shot does not fall, but he'll step to the free throw line, shooting 2. First free throw up, a little bit too strong. Second free throw coming for Aiden Crate. In the air, in the bucket. The lead's at 10 with 4:50 to go in regulation. O'Hara over to Kohler, back to Quinn O'Hara. To Logan McKee. To Jake Snyrus, he stops and shoots and scores. You can tell when Jake Snyrus gets into rhythm and starts feeling it. Good player. Can make his own shot. Mike O'Donnell has it. To Crate.
Yeah, when he can elevate like that, even Colin Trude covering or even Aiden Crate, they just can't get up high enough to get a hand in his face.
Hoy with it. Mike. Aaron pass. They're going to call a foul on Ryan Facenda, which earns a wow from the head coach at Garnet Valley. Looked like both players were scrambling for the ball, but the referee saw it differently. Called a personal foul on Ryan Facenda. Will not be a shooting foul. It will be the fourth team foul for the Jaguars, however. And Luke Biancaniello will bring on the ball for Springfield. Gets it out to Crate. Aiden backs it out. Over to Michael Hoy. Mike to Crate. Into Trude. Colin working on McKee. Ball stolen nicely by Ryan Facenda. We're just past the midway point here in the fourth quarter. There'll be a foul on O'Donnell. Well, Don Springfield was down 12 to begin the quarter. We're halfway through it. They're still down 12. So time's running short here for the Cougars.
Turnovers, we just turned the ball over the last trip down. We just, in the end of the last 5 minutes here, you cannot afford a turnover.
Good pass into McKee. No good. Michael Hoy comes out with it. Cougars need to start making some shots here in the final few minutes. O'Donnell to the corner. Goes to the baseline, goes up and scores, and is fouled. Was there a foul called there?
It was goaltending. The young man
I see the ball
grabbed
went
the
in
rim.
too. I got it. I thought he may have called a foul in addition to the shot. So it's a 2-point bucket for Mike O'Donnell. Cuts the lead to 10. 3:27 to go in regulation. It's Quinn O'Hara with it. Into the corner. Garnet looking to milk some clock now. O'Hara guarded by Biancaniello. Ball's knocked away by Michael Hoy. They get it back out to Kohler. Kohler backs it out. We're at 3 minutes remaining in tonight's regulation. O'Hara has it. Quinn into the corner to Kohler. Stolen by Aiden Crate. Here come the Cougars. Over to Mike O'Donnell. Mike to the glass. Goes up and gets fouled. Another strong move by Mike O'Donnell to the glass. So with 2:43 to go, this will give Springfield a chance to cut the lead to 8, make it a 3-possession game. First free throw's good. Second shot's a little short. Fight for the rebound. We have a tie-up. Possession arrow belongs to Springfield. Good job by Aiden Crate to force that tie-up. Give Springfield a chance for a 3 or 4 point possession here, which would be big.
Yeah, we've got to capitalize on this here.
Luke to Hoy for 3. No good. Pass goes out to McKee. Over to Kohler. Driving layup by Ryan Facenda's good. That's going to make it tough now. Cougars outside shooting just hasn't been there tonight, Don, for the most part. Free throw coming for Facenda. Ryan is a senior at Garnet Valley High School. Free throw's no good, too strong. Rebound to Mike Hoy, and here come the Cougars.
Yeah, Mike O'Donnell doesn't have a 3. Mike Hoy has 2.
Another 3-point shot is missed by Springfield. Nice defensive block underneath by Garnet Valley, and they get the rebound. We're at 2:09 remaining in regulation. Max Kohler into Snyrus, and Jake Snyrus goes in for the easy 2-point play. This is Luke Biancaniello with it. Luke to O'Donnell. Mike over to Crate. Aiden back to Mike O'Donnell. To Colin Trude. Colin to the corner to Crate. Back to Colin. We have a block called on Garnet Valley. Personals on Ryan Facenda. That's the 6th team foul for Garnet Valley. Both teams are now at the limit in the second half. Biancaniello will trigger the inbounds pass for the Cougars. Jake Adams has come into the game for Springfield. Hoy to Crate. Aiden backs in, goes up. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound to Logan McKee. Garnet Valley's played a very solid game here tonight. We're down to 1:15 remaining in the game. Quinn O'Hara to Max Kohler. Jaguars content to just let the clock run out. Kohler to O'Hara. Into the corner to McKee. Back to O'Hara. O'Hara to Kohler. They play catch out there. With 45 seconds remaining in the game. O'Hara goes in. Pass out to Kohler. To O'Hara into the corner. Snyrus will shoot it. He's not shy.
Score. They always want to get it up.
You can tell who the scorers are. You're right, Don. He's fouled on that attempted jumper. Personals on Jake Adams. Sophomore Jake Snyrus goes to the line, shooting 2. First one's up, rounding out.
He's going to be a handful here the next 2 years.
Owen Drager enters the game for Springfield. Second free throw's up. It's good. How many is that for Snyrus tonight?
So he actually got into double figures. 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. He's got 14 here. So he went into double figures here in the fourth quarter.
That's what good scorers do, even on kind of semi-off nights. They still put up 14 or 15. Up and good by Owen Drager.
That's 4 points. Varsity game here tonight. Good for him.
Inside of 20 seconds to go. Kohler has it. Gets it over to O'Hara. He'll just dribble away the remaining time. That is the end of tonight's game with the final score. The visiting Jaguars of Garnet Valley, 45, and your hometown Cougars of Springfield, 34. Springfield outscored Garnet in that fourth quarter 12-11, but it wasn't nearly enough to overcome the 12-point advantage that the Jaguars had after 3 quarters. And Garnet Valley takes the victory out of the Springfield gym tonight by 11 points. So this was a game where neither team shot the ball really well from the outside. Garnet did a little bit in the middle quarters. Springfield never really got the outside shots to drop. And even though the Cougars got off to a good start, actually had a 5-point lead at the end of the first quarter, in the middle 2 quarters, Garnet outscored Springfield 30-13 to take a commanding 12-point lead. And then the senior leadership and good coaching and good ball handling and overall toughness of Garnet Valley, they all did a good job in that fourth quarter to just hold on to that double-digit lead for most of that period.
I mean, tonight was one of those nights. Number one, we did not do well offensively. We didn't shoot well, but boy, we turned the ball over just way too much. To start the game and to start that third quarter, we had multiple turnovers, which just ends up putting us in a hole. And Garnet got up by 12 before the end of the third quarter. And playing behind against Garnet, who's a very disciplined team, they all can handle the ball. And move the ball in spacing, it just becomes a tall task to catch up.
You'll be able to tell us for sure with the final statistics, but my hunch is that it seemed like Springfield did not really have anybody offensively get up to double digits and lead the team offensively. It seemed like everybody was struggling out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Colin Trude ends up leading us in scoring with 9 points. Mike O'Donnell did not hit an outside shot. All his points came from the foul line and driving to the basket. So when you play like that, when you have a guy that shot last year over 40% from 3 and he doesn't hit an outside shot tonight, you can see that we're struggling a little bit. We still got a long road ahead of us, still got a lot of Central League play to go, and they're just going to have to take the mindset one game at a time. Ridley comes in, they go on the road rather, Friday night against Ridley, which Ridley's been down this year a little bit, so hopefully they can get on a little bit of a streak here, beat Ridley, and then come back and get Stoga. on Tuesday night.
So here's the optimistic formula for this. That loss drops Springfield to 3-5 in Central League play with 7 Central League games remaining. So on Friday night, let's go down to Morton Avenue, start a 7-game winning streak, end up at 10-5, get into the playoffs and make some noise.
Yeah, that'd be great. Scoring tonight, we did have guys on the board on the scorecard. Aiden Kreit had 3. Mike Hoey had 6. Mike O'Donnell was 7. Jake Adams with 3. Owen Drager opened the game with a foul shot and then had 3, big 3 in the fourth quarter. He had 4. And Colin Trude led us with 9. And Ryan Johnston had 2. For Garnet Valley, Logan McKee was 7. Max Kohler 2. Jake Kratzel with 5. Ryan Facenda with 8. And then the sophomore Jake Saneris had 14, and the transfer Quinn O'Hara ended up with 9 points. He had a good all-around game, moving the ball, keeping them in their offense, and doing a good job on defense also. So I think overall we did a good job defensively, holding Garnet to 45 points. That's well below their season average.
Yeah, if you had told me that those would be the final statistics for both McKee and Saneris combined before the game, I would have said we have a really good chance to win this one. But you got to put the ball in the bucket, and Springfield just had an off night shooting. That happens in a long season. So we'll come back on Friday, take on Ridley, and hopefully turn the season around with a win over the Green Raiders. Before we sign off, we do have an update from Glen Mills. After 3 quarters, Springfield has extended the 5-point halftime lead to 7 at 25-18 with 8 long minutes to go. If you're a Cougar fan, let's hope the girls can close out the Jaguars on the road and stay undefeated in Central League play as Ridley comes to town for Friday night's broadcast at 7 p.m. over SETV and streaming over the internet.
Yeah, so the girls are in a low-scoring contest, which is good. I mean, they have a big-time scorer in that forget the Adamczak, I think her name. She's only a sophomore. They must be holding her way below,
I think,
below her average.
That would not be a surprise the way the Cougars play. So with that, it's a wrap. Once again, the final score from the gymnasium at Springfield High School tonight: Garnet Valley 45, Springfield 34. On behalf of color commentator Don Mooney, my name is Don Cadge. It's been our pleasure